and welcome to Bell to Bells, your women's wrestling wire. Mr. Warren Hayes here once again with another interview that has been put together in cooperation with our friends over at Pro Wrestling Illustrated. It is my pleasure today to talk to one of the premier stars of AEW's women's division. I'm not saying that lightly. She's smiling, but you know, I'm not saying that lightly. Tay Conti is with us today. Tay, how are you? Welcome to Bell to Bells.
Hi, hello. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you all.
Well,
And I'm so excited.
well, I'm very excited too. You know, we're doing these interviews and this whole weekend affair to celebrate the women's 150 list, which you have ranked on for the first time.
Yay!
Yay! I was going to ask you how you feel, but clearly you're very happy about it.
Yes, of course. It's just like, I think it's my second time listed,
Is it your
if I'm
second?
not wrong.
Okay.
Yes, I think I was listed before back in NXT, but that was like, I don't even remember. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, I'm so excited now that everything makes more sense for me. I'm super excited.
Well, we're very excited for you as well, because you know, there's a lot of areas since you've joined AEW that you've really been able to shine. You've been able to show us about, you know, all this, your black belt capabilities in judo, right, and your Brazilian jiu-jitsu background as well. Um, I'd like to know what brought you to martial arts in the first place.
Ooh, okay. So I started in gymnastics
Okay.
and I was super young, like 7 years old, but I didn't like it. I was like, damn, I'm not flexible. I
Okay.
have some memories like that. I'm like, oh no, I hate it. No, mom, I don't want to do that. And my mom wanted me to be a model. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel like it. And then in the next door, they had judo. And
Okay.
I was like, I remember I told like my stepdad, I was like, that's what I want to do, you
Okay.
know? And my brother was into judo.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, and I was like, oh, okay, I want to try it. And then I started trying and I fell in love and my mom didn't know. And my stepdad was the one, okay, I'm gonna keep bringing you. I don't care. Let's see.
So was your stepdad like sneaking you out of the house to and your mother really? Oh, your mother had
Yeah.
no clue.
No, and my mom was always okay. She's going to gymnastics, or she's going, to do something else with her stepdad. No, I was training to like. I start getting home all bruised, my legs,
Okay.
and then she's like, okay,
Something's
we
going
got
on.
we need to have a talk. Like, mom, I'm sorry, that's my life.
Well, and clearly it did become your life because you got very, very good at it. You competed in Europe, in Portugal, in Germany. You've even tried out for the Olympic team in 2016. This is all stuff that has been documented. I'm not making any big revelations here. We know
Yeah.
all about this. But now, pro wrestling, you're committed to it. What made you decide like to go into pro wrestling?
Okay, I always say that like I didn't I I didn't choose pro wrestling. Pro wrestling chose me.
Oh, okay, all right,
That was different. And that's not a joke because I never watched pro wrestling before. I never knew about pro wrestling.
okay,
That that was not like my thing. In Brazil, it's not that popular.
hmm,
Now, yeah, we are like working for it, but like that was not a big thing in Brazil. And then I was in martial arts. I was trying out for the Olympic Games in 2016. And then unfortunately I lost.
hmm,
That's when WWE came into my life. They showed up, they were looking for talents in
okay,
Brazil. And then they they contacted me and they asked me to do a tryout. And then the guy that talked to me before, because I didn't speak any English back then, I was like, no, thanks. I don't even know what it is. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm fine
sure.
with my life here. No, thanks. And then I was so upset with everything that I worked so hard and didn't work well. So that was just like a weird moment in my life. And then I knew Adrian Jowd,
Right.
and he was signed because he was in martial arts. His family is like well respected in Brazil in wrestling, And then I was like, well, I'm going to contact him. So I sent him a message and I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, blah, 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 but what's going on? What is all about? And then he was like, just do it. It's a great opportunity. I have been through everything that you've been through in Brazil. We know life's hard. Just try it. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So that's when I accepted to do the tryout.
And
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 then I was like, I'm doing it. I guess I'm doing it.
and then you got in there. You got into the PC 5 years ago, I think, at this point, right, or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I came here October 16. Oh my God. That was 5 years, 3 years, 3 days ago.
Yeah. On the time we're recording this, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So we're really celebrating a milestone here for your.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Wow, I
awesome.
didn't even realize.
So yeah, so you trained at the Performance Center in WWE. Now you're over with Dustin Rhodes.
Yes.
What would you say is the biggest difference between training at the Performance Center versus training with Dustin at the Nightmare Shop?
Okay. It's like, first of all, I love Dustin.
No, there you go.
He really helped me like changing my life. And, I'm super grateful. Uh, Not just him, but like everybody there that helps us. A good thing from there is like everybody helps.
Okay.
Everybody has a voice. So like I feel free to go ask for everybody. Everybody is super like helpful there. But Dustin's like, of course, my coach, my favorite. And then I feel like the biggest difference is like we have a voice.
Okay.
We have the freedom to say like, hey, I think that's not my style.
Okay.
I don't think I need to go that way. I don't like to do that. I don't feel comfortable training like this.
Sure.
I want to do that instead. I think for me, I feel like everybody's different. For me, that was the biggest difference ever. It's like, hey, Dustin, um, I have this idea. What do you think? Can you help me with this? And then when he comes up with ideas, it's like, hey, I have this idea. What do you think? Do you think it helps you? Do you think you can do that? Is it your style? Is it something that you would do? You know?
More of a conversation, like an
Exactly.
exchange. Sure. Sure.
Exactly. He's not telling me like, you should do this. You
Right.
should do that. You need to, or you're fired. That's not what it is. It's like, try it. Let's see. Let's see how you feel.
No, that's
For me,
awesome.
that's the biggest difference. Yeah.
That is a big difference. And I mean, look, you once you requested your look, you request your departure from WWE, right? They give you like I think like 2 months later, something like that, or
Yeah.
almost immediately. And
Yeah.
actually, almost immediately once you're released, AEW picks you up, right? And for from us on the outside as fans, we instantly see like the huge difference in how you're presented, but also what you're doing. Like, listen, you've challenged, for the NWA World Women's Championship when Serena Deeb had it. You challenged Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's title. You're on TV all the time. You're on Dark. That's got to feel good for you, right? To be used, just period.
Mhm. Oh my God. Yes. Because honestly, when I asked it for my release back then, I knew it. I knew my place. I know, like, of course, everybody has, like your points, but like, I'm not that hard to work with. Like, I know my place. I
Okay,
know where I stand. I know I need to get better. I know I'm super new in the business. I know all of this, but I also know that I work hard and I deserve, opportunities to get better, to learn. So that was my whole point back in NXT. I was like, I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking you guys like I want to go for the title. Or I never did that because I knew I was super new. My thing was like I need opportunities. I need to work. Like putting me on TV to do like 2 minutes is not helping me.
yeah,
Like having
absolutely.
matches once a month in a live show is not helping me. Like, I'm sorry, I cannot be here like working every day, giving you guys like my whole life and doing my best and getting nothing back.
Sure, I
It's
understand.
so unfair to me. That was all that I asked it for. I never asked it for more than that, you know? And then I was like, okay, you guys cannot give me what I want, so let me go. It's fine. I understand. Like, maybe that you have someone else that's your priority, but like in my life, I am my priority. So I'm sorry, I gotta go like fight for my dreams, and here is not working, and I'm fine with it. I had no plans to go to AW because I knew nobody. I started my wrestling life in WWE, you know.
Hmm.
I knew nobody back then, but like, thank God things was like working super well, and I saw myself there and I'm like, damn, okay, that's nice. That's super nice. And then I promise you, I have never been like more happy in my life. I'm really happy right now. I
Well,
love
it,
my job. I love my coworkers. My boss is the best boss ever. And I'm not, like kissing butt, because if you guys know me, everybody knows I'm not that type.
okay.
I'm really honest. And then I just do my job and I go home. But like I feel really, really, really happy in AW. Like all the stuff. Like everybody they super nice. The lawyers and like
Even
our boss,
the lawyers are nice too.
it's a family, pretty much. I'm not kidding. It's like, damn, okay, I feel happy here. I feel like I belong here.
Well, that's fantastic, and I mean, it does translate on television, and I think there's a lot of people who have grown to appreciate and support what you do because it almost feels like we saw you like transform into a great wrestler, which we always kind of thought you were, but didn't have a chance to really see you flourish
Mhm.
like you are. And one of the things that also people really latched onto is your friendship with Anna Jay, right?
Yeah.
Probably one of the most wholesome things in AEW, right? That translated into the ring as well. I dare say that you guys are quite possibly the star women's tag team in the company. Tell me how all of this came together, how you and Anna just became a team.
It's crazy. I call her Anna Banana.
That,
Gonna kill me.
scoops!
Yeah,
We got a
I call,
scoop!
hi Anna Banana, how are you today? So that's me. But that was so natural though.
Yeah.
Just like everything happens so natural in AW that feels like it's my real life. When people come to me like, what's your character? I'm like, I don't know how to explain. It's just me. And I feel so happy that I can be me and it works.
And
You know,
yeah, sure.
I didn't think about, okay, that's gonna be my new character, but I'm like, no, I'm just
Just
trying to
naturally.
figure it out. And then that's who I am. And with Anna was the same thing. Like my first day there, I went there just to have a talk with Tony and to get to know people, and I knew nobody. So I was sitting in the chairs, like in the stands, watching. And then Anna came next to me. She was like, can I sit here? You're so beautiful. And I'm like, oh my God, coming from you. Sure, of course. And then she sit next to me. We start talking. And then we were together for the whole day. We became best friends. I don't even know how. We changed like phone numbers. And then they came to us after this and it's like, oh, I don't know if you know Anna Jay. I remember Tony and Brandy telling like, I don't know if you know her, but like you were tagging with her for the tournament. If you want to do that, I'm like, oh my God, no, you guys are kidding me, right? I just had the best day with her. I was so happy, so excited. So I text her. I'm like, hey, we're gonna be tagging together, blah 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 blah. So we started having ideas and talking every day, and then here we are today, best friends.
And just really go, just fantastic to see. Are
Thank
are
you.
are,
She's
are,
amazing. I love her.
are you in the Dark Order, Ty?
I'm family. I'm
Your
friends with
family.
them. Yeah,
Okay.
not officially though, but I feel like I am.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I say
Extended
like
family.
I didn't sign the contract,
Right.
but I'm part of the family. Sometimes it's like couple friends are just like family.
Sure. Absolutely.
Older than family, exactly. That's how I
Absolutely.
feel.
We have to talk about the TBS title, right? That's
Yes.
exciting stuff, right? Second title for the women's division. those of us who follow women's wrestling closely, I think we all got really, really excited.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts in regards to the
Well,
title?
I already have a better name.
Really?
I do. Yeah,
What?
it's Ty DS. It's
I
not TDS,
I think it's great.
right?
I think it's great.
It was made for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sorry,
can't.
not sorry.
So I'm definitely not. We're gonna brand that stuff. So clearly, like, you're hoping to be in the tournament. You want to make it yours. You want to make it the Thai BS title. I'm okay with
Yes.
that.
Yes, but honestly, I'm super happy. It's like more opportunity for the whole roster. And I do really feel that we deserve it because the entire roster is like, we're working so hard, like we are going like together, really like to make things better. And I think it's translating really well with Dustin helping, Serena helping. Like, I love Serena. She's one of my biggest like examples in
Okay.
the ring and
Sure.
outside the ring. I'm so glad that we're working together again. Her psychology, her experience, everything is so good. And I'm so grateful because I always go to her like, hey, what do you think about this? Can you watch my match? Can you give me feedback?
Sure.
Please. And she's always so available. So she helps a lot and I'm grateful for it. I feel like the entire roster is like, we're doing better, way better. We deserve, and then we're getting the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's working well. So this title came like in a perfect moment. Of course, I want the gold. You know, I'm going for it, and I'm also going for Britt Baker because I never wrestled her, and
That's right.
yeah, I'm ready to kick her teeth. So
So look. Clearly, Ty, you have aspirations of gold.
yes.
Absolutely, and why not? Why not just go for it? Absolutely. Um, women's wrestling has evolved a lot. You're about, well, you are 5 years in the business officially. So you've popped in a very good time. There's been a lot of changes over the years, but right now, from your perspective and what you're experiencing, how do you feel women's wrestling is? How do you feel it's going in the future?
Oh my God. Okay. I'm so proud to be part of it because, as I told you, I didn't know much about wrestling before, right?
Right.
But since I'm in the business, of course, I need to study and like trying to, see what happened in the past and everything. And everything I see, it's like we're growing.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
us. We are growing. We are doing better and better and better. And I'm so grateful for everyone that worked so hard back in the past because if that was not for them, we wouldn't be here today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful to be part of it. Back there in NXT with like Mayan Classic and everything that I was part of it, WrestleMania, that I was able to be part of it. And then now here with like AW and creating the women's division here and being able to be part of it, it's just like unbelievable.
It has to be.
I'm putting my name there and I'm helping them. So like I'm so grateful and excited for the future. Like imagine like the little kids looking up to us and then giving you or someone else an interview saying the same thing that I'm saying today. It's just like so excited. And I think that's one of my biggest motivation.
Well, I think it's fantastic. That's great. Ty, thank you very much. One last question before we go.
Yeah, sure.
It's been a lot of, forbidden door talk. I hear say Tony Khan is the forbidden door. But anyway,
Yep.
if you had the chance, if you were able to walk through that forbidden door and fight anyone, anywhere, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but anyone, absolutely anyone across the world, any promotion, who would that person be?
Okay. I have a couple.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. A couple then. Great. Fantastic.
Okay. First of all, Asuka,
Oh,
my dream match.
that's your dream match. Okay. So you don't mind, you wouldn't mind just having the crap kicked out of you for like 10, 15 minutes.
You have no idea. I want to wrestle her.
Okay.
You have no idea.
Okay.
Her match with Sarah, my old coach back in NXT. I was in
Sarah
love
Del Rey?
with her. Yes.
Mhm.
It's just like, oh, I want to do it, you know?
Sure.
I would say Julia from Stardom.
Oh, that's very interesting.
That's
Yeah,
I
that would actually be
really
really
do it.
good. Yeah.
Yes. And Satomura.
Everyone wants to fight the
You know
final
what it is?
boss,
I'm
right?
waiting for the kicks. Bring it in.
Did you?
I remember I trained with her before back in NXT.
Okay.
She was there and I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I know you're busy, but can you help me? And she's like, yeah. So we went to the ring, just me and her, and she was teaching me like a couple kicks. And then I was like, oh my God, she made me do like 100 in a row. And I was like, okay, that's how we get better. Let's do it. Let's do it. So it's just a match that I really want to have.
That would be, yeah, well, who doesn't want to fight the final boss, right? Like that's kind of what she is.
Right. Yep.
That's absolutely fantastic. Well, Tay, look, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today on this wonderful weekend. I really appreciate it, and best of luck to you moving forward and with that TBS title.
Wow, it is what it is. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me. And, you know, if you need me again, here I am.
It'll be my pleasure to catch up with you at some point. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in today, watching this, or listening to this interview right here. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm Mr. Warren Hayes, and I'll see you next time.